Labour Senator Kimberley Kitching had been under immense stress due to a bitter factional brawl within the Victorian branch of the Labour Party, and her political mentor Bill Shorten is questioning whether it could have contributed to her sudden. Key points. Senator Kitching was facing a pre-selection challenge ahead of the federal election. Senator Kitching was facing a pre-selection challenge ahead of the federal election. Bill Shorten has expressed concern about how much stress his close friend was under in the lead-up to her. Bill Shorten has expressed concern about how much stress his close friend was under in the lead-up to her. Politicians from multiple parties are paying tribute to Senator Kitching. An emotional Mr. Shorten led tributes to the 52-year-old on Friday morning, after Senator Kitching from a suspected heart attack in Melbourne late on Thursday afternoon. Mr. Shorten was a close friend of Senator Kitching and her husband, Andrew Landrieu, and had been called to the suburban street in Strathmore where her body lay. She was in the next suburb when she passed, Mr. Shorten told ABCRN. So my wife Chloe, who's a close friend of her, known her from school, we just immediately drove over. And we sat with a couple of other dear friends of Kimberley and Andrew on the side of the road as we waited for the undertaker's van to turn up. Labour Senator Kimberley Kitching pursued her passion for human rights while in politics. Senator Kitching was facing a pre-selection challenge ahead of the looming federal election, with members of Victorian Labour's right faction refusing to endorse her spot on the party's Senate ticket as recently as Tuesday. Pre-selection is never easy, Mr. Shorten said. I'm not a coroner. I can't tell you why this woman of 52 was taken from us. But I have no doubt that the stress of politics and the machinations in the back rooms had its toll. Mr. Shorten had endorsed Senator Kitching to replace former Senator Stephen Conroy, who quit politics a couple of months after the 2016 election. You can never dial forward and predict back what's going to happen, Mr. Shorten said, choking up. But you do wonder if she would have been better off never going near politics. But you don't know, so all you can do is think about the good things. Albanese describes tremendous shock for party. Opposition leader Anthony Albanese was questioned about whether he believed the pre-selection dispute affected her. Politics is a difficult business. There are pressures on people in politics, and that is part of what we do. But I certainly think that this was totally unexpected, he told the ABC. No one could have anticipated this. And people were ringing each other, I think, multiple times to get confirmation because it was such a shock. Kimberley looked fit. She had got fitter in recent times, and there was no history of a heart condition, and that is why it's such a tremendous shock for the entire Labour family today. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 35 seconds 35s. Anthony Albanese pays tribute to Kimberley Kitching and says her is an enormous shock. Mr. Albanese described Senator Kitching as a vivacious character. The tributes for her came from across the political divide, with senior members of the coalition praising her contribution to the Senate. I'd consider Kimberley a friend, National Senate leader Bridget McKenzie said. She was such an intelligent, irreverent woman and senator, and a fierce patriot for our country. Loading. Defence Minister Peter Dutton said he too was very close with Senator Kitching, and had planned to catch up with her while on holiday in Queensland over summer. She was a real hawk on national security matters, and I think the Parliament will miss her, he told Channel 9. I think our country's poorer for her passing. Senator Kitching's work in foreign affairs and her advocacy for an Australian Magnitsky Act have garnered widespread praise in light of her